Everybody, it's Pina here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do a reversible, perfectly shaped granny square. A lot of people have asked about how can you get a perfect shaped granny square, and this one, like I said, is reversible. So you can actually have the project on both sides, which means you don't have to worry about which side it's on. You just any old side will do because it's reversible. So if you're doing a blanket, for example, a baby's blanket, there's no fuffing around with putting it the right way round. This is just any way goes. As you can see, they're both on this granny square. Both sides are both exactly the same and perfectly square, because a lot of people say, well, I can't get my granny square to be perfectly square. I've got a lopsided one or whatever. Well, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to get that square perfect. I've used on this project like this variegated yarn, which is as you can see, slightly different colors as you go out. You can, it's perfect for that as well. So I've got a darker shade in the middle and it goes lighter as you go out. So that's just my sample for you to see what it's like. So you can use any yarn. You can use any yarn that you want. This works with any yarn, variegated, non-variegated, thick, thin yarn, cotton, acrylic, any yarn. It works perfectly well. Today I'm going to be using this cotton yarn just to show you. It's just a bit of yarn that I've got spare to show you. You can use any yarn though, that's not a problem. So let's get started. For this project you're going to need a pair of scissors and a darning needle to tie in your ends and a hook. Now for this particular project I'm using a 4.5mm hook, if you can see, 4.5mm hook. You can see that one, 4.5. So that millimeter hook I'm using just for this particular project, just to show you how it is. So you can use with it, regarding what yarn you're using, read the label, what millimeter hook you need to use for your particular yarn, and how big you want your granny square to be depends on your project really. So I've got quite a few rows. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows in this one, and I'm going to show you how to make this one. So let's get started. Okay, so grab your yarn, and to start with we're going to do a magic ring. So what you do for this one, in case you don't know how to do a magic ring, you just grab your yarn like this over 2 fingers, cross over like this over the next 2 fingers, and get your hook just underneath there, pull up that bit of yarn there. Now hold on to everything with this hand and let go. Now grab this yarn here because we don't want to let go completely. So what we're going to do here, we're going to lock this into place. Normally we do it with a chain 1, but I'm going to do 3 chains from here to start our first double crochet, which is US terms. So US terms, we're going to do 3 double crochets into the magic ring, but starting with a chain 3. So yarn over, pull through 1, 1, 2, 3. So that's locked your loop, your magic ring into place, and you've also got a chain 3, which is your first, that counts as your first double crochet. So I'm just going to bring that a bit smaller, the loop. So now we're going to do another 2 into the magic ring. So 2 double crochets. So yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, and that's your first set of doubles, 3 doubles. Now we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to again insert our hook into the magic ring, yarn over, into the magic ring, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over into the magic ring, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over into the magic ring, pull through 2, pull through 2 until you've got 3 double crochets again. So again, we're going to go and chain 2 after that, chain 2, and we're going to go straight into the ring again, and we're going to do 3 doubles into that ring. So 1, 2, and 3. All the time holding this so you can maneuver into that magic ring if you support this bit here. So now chain 2, 1, 2, and shove them over a little bit just so that you've got more space to work into. And we're going to do another set of 3 double crochets into the ring. So yarn over and insert your hook. So that's 1, 2, 3, that's 3. Okay, now pull this tight so you've got all 4 sets of doubles, clusters of doubles all together. So as you can see, it's formed like a square, almost like a square. And now what we're going to do is chain 2, don't forget the chain 2, and then we're going to slip stitch into the top of this chain 3, which is just there. I'm going to grab 2 loops, so make sure you grab, just go underneath that very first bit of the chain, and then you've got the 2 loops there. So we're going to do a slip stitch. That's a slip stitch. So if I just take my hook out, you'll see the first round, tighten that up. That's your first round of the clusters of doubles. So put a hook back in. Now for this bit, this is where it becomes double-sided, so that you can't distinguish one side from the other. So we're going to turn our work here, and we're going to work from the other side. It may seem funny at first, because if you're used to doing it from the one side, working from one side only, it might seem funny, but it does come out good. So we're going to now slip stitch into that chain 2 space. So put your hook in and do a slip stitch. There you go. Now that you're on this side, you're going to chain 3, start with a chain of 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's one of your first doubles. Now we're going to go yarn over, put a hook in and do another double crochet. So that's another one, and then another one. So you've got 3 double crochets into that chain 2 space. 3 double crochets, as you can see. So now what we do is we're going to go over to the other corner. Now I'm not going to chain 1. You can chain 1 if you want, but I think it's more neater and more the square is more secure and more tight and neater if you don't put a chain in the middle. So I'm going to skip any chains in between and just go over to the other side, straight into it. And we'll be doing that all through the project. We'll be just going straight into the other space. So I'm going to yarn over for this one, and I'm going to go straight into that corner, pull up a loop, yarn through 2, and then yarn through 2. So that's my first double. Now I'm going to go again in, because we need 3 of those. So that's the second double, and then the third double. Oops, third double. So 3 doubles into that space, and then just shove it over a little bit, and then we're going to chain 2. So 1, 2 to make the corner. Yarn over, back in, and do 3 more doubles. So that's 1, 2, 3. 3 doubles into that same space. Now we're going to go over to the other corner. Again, yarn over and straight into the other corner and do 3 doubles. 1, 2, and 3. So you produce that start of that corner. Now for this bit, we're going to chain 2 again. because that's a corner, you're producing a corner, and yarn over and back in and do 3 more doubles. So 1, 2, 3. Right, now again yarn over and into the other corner, the next corner, and do 3 more doubles. Now you're almost there, so you're going to shift over to the last corner, which is this one here, this corner here. And what we're going to do, again, we do 2 chains here and we finish off this corner. Do 3 into there, 2 and 3. Right, so we're now over to that other corner, and what we're going to do here is we're going to literally insert 3 doubles into there. 1, 2 and 3. So that's 3 doubles now into there. So as you can see, the square is really neat and tidy. So we're going to now go into this, we're going to chain 2, don't forget your chain 2, and we're going to finish off this corner. So this is, every round finishes off a corner like this, if you can see. So 3 here, chain 2, and there's 3 over there, so we need to attach these together. So I'm going to put my hook into the 3rd chain up from the hook, which is just there, our 3rd chain up. Insert your hook into it, pull up the loop and slip stitch. So every round ends with a slip stitch as well. Okay, so that's your 2nd round. Now we turn over again, without chaining, without anything. You just turn over, turn your work. Now into this space that you've just created, you've got the 3 doubles and the 3 doubles on that side, and in the corner space here we're going to insert a hook and slip stitch to seal it into place. So that's the slip stitch, and then you chain 3. So 1, 2 and 3. You don't turn your work, you carry on from here. So you do another 2 doubles into that space to make 3 in total. So that's your corner, and every round will start with a corner like this, and that's what gives it that neatness. You're working from this corner outwards. There's no lines, nothing shows, and it's all perfectly straight. So I'm just going to now show you, because this is the 3rd round. We're going to go straight over into this middle space here, because we've got that, we've created another space there. So we don't chain again, no chains in between. So I'm going to yarn over and go straight into there and do 3, 1, 2, 3 doubles. You see that? Now over to the corner and do another 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. Chain 2, yarn over, insert in the same space and do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Created another corner. Into this space now, the middle space, you're going to do yarn over and put your hook in and do 3 more doubles into there. So that's 1, 2 and 3. Now over to the corner and do 3 doubles, sorry, and chain 2, 3 doubles into the same space, 2, 3. So you've now created those 2 corners and a half, and continue round the same thing. 3 into this space, so that's 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so corner time, so that's 3 into there, 3 doubles, and chain 2, 1, 2, 3 into there again to the same space, 1, 2, 3, over to the middle and do 3 into that space, 3 doubles, 1, 2, 3. And then you've got that final corner to complete, so yarn over and do 3 into that space, 1, 2, 3 doubles, there you go, 3 double crochet. So now, as you can see, it's already taken form, and it's really square. It's a really nice square. So I'm going to put my hook back in, and we're going to chain 2. Don't forget to chain that 2 at the very end. And then you put your hook into the 3rd chain up. There you go, the top there. Just put your hook in. And we're going to slip stitch into there. So that's your 1, 2, 3, 3rd round. Into the 4th round. So for this one, don't forget, you don't chain. You just turn your work, and then you insert your hook into that corner space and do a slip stitch. So you've kind of made that square solid. Now the next bit, you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and keep to the same side again, and we're going to do another further 2 double crochets to make 3. So that's 1, 2. And this chain 3 is always counted as a double crochet. So then you know you've got 3 already there. So that's 3. And then now you've got 2 spaces left into the middle. Okay, so your square is expanding now. So you'll have, each row will have more and more spaces in the middle. But still do not be tempted to put a chain in the middle, in between, because trust me, this will come out more straight than you think. So yarn over and 3 into this space, 1, 2, 3. Yarn over and 3 doubles into this space here. So 1, 2, 3. Then yarn over and 3 into there. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 into the same space, into the corner. 1, 2, 3. Right, so let's continue round. Yarn over into the next space, 1, 2, 3. Now this is really good because it's very simple and quite easy than the traditional granny square that you do, and it might end up lopsided. This is so much easier. There's no chains, there's nothing to worry about chaining and stuff, except for the 3 chains that you do at the start of the corners. There's no chains in between, because sometimes you tend to forget and you think, oh, have I done my chain yet, or 2 chains or whatever. But this one, you don't need to worry about that. You just carry on without chaining into the middle, in between, sorry, each cluster. You don't chain, and it looks perfectly okay. So we're in a corner now, so that'll do 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. 3 doubles. Chain 2, 3 doubles, 1, 2, 3. 3 doubles into the next space, 1, 2, 3. And carry on until you get to the other end. 1, 2, 3. Keep going. The corner. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2 and 3 more into the same corner. 1, 2 and 3. And then we're almost there. So 1, and as you go bigger and bigger, this gets even more straighter. As you can see here, this is quite big, and it just looks really straight and neat. So I'm just going to carry on until the last corner. So 3 doubles into there. 1, 2, 3. 3 into there. 1, 2 and 3. And we're at the corner, so 3 doubles into that last corner. 2 and 3. Right, so now we're at the corner, chain 2, slip stitch into your 3rd chain up the top. Right, just take my hook out for a moment. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. So as you can see, it's really pretty much, there you go. It's a straight square, even at this size. That is a very, very straight, pretty granny square. And not just that, it's very neat because you've got with a normal granny square, you've got so many chains in the middle, in between, that it looks very floppy, and you know, that's why you sometimes get lopsided as well. But this one, each cluster is very close to each other. So this is a very tight-knit granny square. I'm going to show you a blanket that I've crocheted with this method. I don't know if you can see it, but it is really, really square and neat. And then you've got both sides on this one. So it's both dual-sided. You couldn't tell the difference which side to use. But this one here, I can't show you the full scale of it. But as you can see, it really is, it is very, very straight, each square. And you can do the big granny square blanket all one. You can use this for this type of blanket, massive, massive granny square basically. Or you can use this method for putting granny squares together, which is really nice and straight. So I'm going to finish off this square until it becomes a bit bigger, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Carry on doing the same method all the way round until you get as many rows as you want, really, or you could have it this small if you wanted, but as many rows as you want. You can go round and round in the same manner, and I'll meet you back when I finished my rounds and when you finished yours. Okay, so I've reached 7 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've obviously done as many rows as you need. Now, to end off this this last round, or your last round, we're going to do the last 3 into the corner. So that's 1, 2, and 3. 3 doubles into that last corner. Okay, so now chain 2, 1, 2. And slip stitch into your last top of the 3rd chain, and there we go. Now we're going to with this one. You can tie off any way you actually normally tie off. You can either grab the loop and tie off that way, or you can tie off, and this is particularly kind of cotton, so it's going to show. So I'm going to do it in a neater way. I'm just going to grab my yarn through there. I'm not going to tie off in the traditional way. I'm just going to leave it like that, so then I can then go into the next stitch and make it look like part of the you know, part of the round. So I'm going to get my needle and I'm going to thread that, but by all means tie off the normal way that you tie off. It's just because of this cotton, I'm going to tie off this way. So as you can see, I want to make it neat, so I'm just going to go into underneath that V there, and there you go, drawn it up so it looks pretty neat. And then you can do your round of single crochets if you want to on your project to make it more neater. And I'm just going to tie this off. I'm going to just put my ends in, tie my ends in just underneath there, because this is a dual project, so you need to tie off your ends in pretty neatly for this one, so it doesn't show, unless you're planning to have it just one-sided. But if you want it both-sided, just tie in your project really neatly, as neatly as you can. I'm just going to stop at that and cut that bit off. Now I'm just going to show you how tidy this looks, how perfectly square that looks. There we go. That's how perfectly square that looks. Now I'm going to tie in my middle round there, because that's where your end is going to show. And if you're using this as a double-sided project, then you'll need to hide this bit really well. So I'm just going to go underneath each of these clusters. Do it as neat as you can. There you go. And then I'm just going to slip through. Secure it as you feel comfortable. A few more rounds if you need to secure it a bit more, but make sure it's well hidden so that you know that that middle and that middle on that side are the same. There's no ends showing or anything like that, and all the corners are lovely done for both sides. So this side and that side are identical. Now I'm just put my project down so you can see how tidy and neat that is. That's a perfect square, which matches this perfect square. So you've got two perfect squares. Now these are two different yarns, so slightly different yarns, so that's why that one is smaller and that's bigger. But as I said, any yarn, you can use any yarn you want for this project to get that perfect square that you're looking for, and easy enough to join each round together as well. So I hope you made this granny square, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe it, and hit on the notification bell for some more crochet videos. Thank you very much for watching, and have a lovely day.